The One and Only Ivan was directed by Thea Sherrick and stars Sam Rockwell, Angelina Jolie, and Danny DeVito, and is based on the book that's heavily acclaimed by book critics all around. In this movie, it's about Ivan, and when his circus he works at starts to go very downhill in money and stuff, a new baby comes into light, shipped from another circus to their circus. A baby elephant named Ruby comes, and when she starts to steal the headline of Ivan's show, Ivan doesn't think he'll like her. But when Stella, the big elephant that works there, dies, he must now take her under his arm, whatever it's called. He must take her and travel to escape to get into the wild and away from this place. Guys, I really wasn't expecting anything good from this movie. I mean, when I saw the trailer, I thought it related a lot to the 2019 Dumbo, which I honestly really enjoyed. That was a good movie. But the trailer, it just looked bad. I didn't like the book. Not because it was a bad book. The book was actually very good. It was just really sad, so I didn't like it. So this was easily something I was not looking forward to watching. And then a couple days ago, I was just like, I was searching on YouTube. I was like, hey, One and Only Ivan trailer. Click! So I watched it, and I thought my second viewing of the trailer kind of hit all the right notes, kind of added some emotion. It did not prepare me for how bad this movie is. I do not like this movie. Actually, before I just made this review, I was trying to decide whether or not I like Trolls World Tour better or One and Only Ivan better. I honestly like this movie better. I don't know why, but this is a close last place. See, I was a bit nervous about this film, and you gotta know why. You get Artemis Fowl. A horrible, horrible movie. And it was supposed to be released in theaters, and this does the same thing. So I kind of knew it was going to be a bad movie, but I kind of started to have hope for it, like, this last week. No, it failed in everything. Almost everything. I do have a few positives. The first one, I did think the cast was really good. Sam Rockwell is actually really good as Ivan. I'm going to be completely honest. He kind of has, like, that tone that I would expect Ivan to have while I was reading the book. So he was perfectly cast, and Danny DeVito is just Danny DeVito. Easy scene stealer here, even though this one joke I particularly didn't like. If you're going to have a powerful drama, that didn't really work, but still, if you're going to have a powerful drama, why do you have to make Danny DeVito fart while rubbing himself on a dog bed? I mean, like, you know, the dogs do, they get on the backs, they just be goofy and stuff. But anyways, he was still a dog, and he was the best character in this movie. I heard Angelina Jolie in the one review I've seen. Actually, I've seen one review and it was positive, so that's kind of what gave me hope. One review I've seen, it was kind of Grace Randolph beyond the trailer. I'm sure you heard of her, but I don't know who Angelina Jolie voiced in this movie. I just know she was in this movie. So I kind of have a long list of people who did not do well, because I heard she didn't do well. So she's probably one of them. My guess is she's a parrot. I don't know. In movies like these, when you have a bunch of animal characters, I can't really get them straight when you have a bunch of voice actors like Doolittle. I can't get them straight on that one. When his cast was good, especially Danny DeVito. One more thing I liked, I did like the ending. The ending, it just hits all the right notes. It actually started to stir up some emotions for me in a very emotionless movie. Like, my heart started like being, oh, boo-hoo, it's so sad, and then I started to tear up, maybe. Not really, but anyways. So, but that's all I liked about the film. The rest of the film is awful. It's really bad. I don't like it at all. Where do I begin? Of course, first thing I have to talk about the plot and the way the film was paced. Really, 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 you're gonna do it this way? Why do you do it like you take one plot line, you see it's gonna go on a straight path, 5 minutes later you add another one in, 5 minutes later you add another one in, another 5 minutes later you add another one in, and that way so you have about 1,000 plot lines going towards the end and they all come into one. It works when you have like 2 or 3, but if you keep adding more and more, it's gonna get really bad. Like, at the beginning of the film, I was really interested in what was going to happen. As the film goes on, I just lose interest real quick, and that's because of the way the film was paced. The writing was very sloppy in this film. I kind of could predict what's going to happen, probably because in this film, the people who actually wrote it actually read the book first. But still, it was very predictable. Some of the things didn't work here and there. It was a really rough movie to watch. And it seemed like in the trailer it was going to get some action, and it's just one scene. Like, not even a big scene, just a gorilla punches down the door. And one of the big problems here in this film, and this all contributes to sloppy writing. One of my biggest problems with this film is, of course, the how they don't get to explain why Ivan wants to leave. At the beginning, they get that Ivan has a good relationship with Mac. Okay, but they don't explain anything why Ivan wants to leave Mac, why he's been being so mean to Mac. It doesn't explain. In the book, at least it explains. I mean, I don't like the book, but at least it explains. At least it doesn't have sloppy writing. I mean, guys, if anybody's looking to be a writer, just don't write like this movie, because this and the way the film was paced, it just really was really rough to get through. I mean, it wasn't like Artemis Fowl bad, which, honestly, I kind of did enjoy better than this film, but because that was kind of like an enjoyable film. It's not a good film. No, it's awful, but that was kind of just an enjoyable and fun film for me. This film, though, had me very, very bored. I mean, for real, I think I've lost hope for Disney Plus and its movies. I mean, there's a lot of hope for the TV shows, the Marvel TV shows, and, of course, The Mandalorian, and all the Marvel movies, and all that stuff. But this movie is a big disaster. One more thing I didn't like, the trailers. You know how I said, gonna pull some emotion, especially the ending. The rest of the film was very, very emotionless. I was very, bored out of my mind. It didn't hit any emotion for me. The only sad thing about the film was the music, but everything else, it just plopped down to a very kind of disappointing film for me. Overall, I'm going to give this film a splat 4.5. Very, very, very bad film. And I highly recommend you don't check this film out. There's plenty of other things you can watch on Disney+. Heck, watch all the Marvel films for the 10th billionth time. I don't care, just don't watch this film. Of course, make sure to always like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will always see you guys in the next one. And make sure to subscribe to join the Nerd Army. Peace!